Hi guys, I'm Harvard dermatologist Dr. Abby Waldman. Today I'm talking about the 3 top foods that you want to avoid for skin problems. So when we were kids growing up, my friends and I would say, oh, I have this huge pimple because I had chocolate. Oh, my skin is breaking out because I ate too many French fries. And then I went to dermatology residency and they said, no, those are all old wives' tales. Food definitely does not affect your skin. Sugar, no effect on skin. Fried food, no. But now, fast forward many years. How many years have I been out? 8, and then 4 years of training, so 12. So fast forward 12 years. And now research has shown that actually what you eat can manifest in your skin. So today I'm going to talk about the sort of 3 common food groups that can manifest in your skin, can cause bad skin, and how to avoid them in order to have the best, most radiant, beautiful skin you possibly can have. So the first is going to come as no surprise. It's sugar and other high glycemic index foods. So what does that mean? A high glycemic index food is a sugar that your body reacts to by spiking insulin. That spike of insulin is thought to increase sebum production and increase acne, as well as just increase inflammation, which can exacerbate many different skin conditions, from rosacea to psoriasis to eczema, many of these inflammatory conditions. So what does that mean? So I think when we think of sugar, we think of cake and ice cream and candy, right? Sort of traditional sugar. But actually sugar is hidden in everything from your Cheerios to your ketchup. And other high glycemic index foods include things you don't really think of as sugar really, such as fast food, fried food, and really highly processed foods. So again, just going back to being a teenager and having some French fries and breaking out, or eating too many M&Ms and having a breakout, those are the foods you're gonna want to avoid in order to have the best possible skin. And this is the concept behind a Mediterranean diet, an anti-inflammatory diet. You want to focus on eating whole foods, plant-based, with lots of healthy fish and nuts that are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory. And you really want to avoid these really inflammatory fats like trans fats, hydrogenated fats, and plain old sugar. So I know it's kind of old. Everywhere in the news, everyone's saying, oh, the Mediterranean diet really is great for you. It really prolongs life. It's good for your insides. So really what's good for your insides is good for your outsides too. So number 2 is not as obvious. While it might be quite obvious that fast food and sugar is going to be bad for your skin, one food group that may come as some surprise is dairy. So dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt have been shown to increase breakouts, particularly for acne patients. So while they may be a great source of calcium and other nutrients, they're not always your skin's best friend. It's thought that dairy can trigger hormonal imbalances, which can then kind of tip the scale to increase sebum production and acne, especially in those genetically predisposed to acne. Additionally, there are some studies that suggest that hormones that are in milk contribute to these hormonal imbalances related to acne. Now that doesn't mean that everyone who eats milk is going to get acne. Again, if you kind of have that predisposition, you may notice that dairy increases those breakouts. And a really commonly overlooked source of dairy is actually whey protein. Whey protein is commonly used in protein bars, protein shakes. You may notice if you are prone to acne, you're going to the gym a lot, and you're having more protein shakes, and you're having these acne flares, you may kind of look at how much whey protein you are consuming. And in addition to acne, some people do find that dairy contributes to their rosacea flares as well. Rosacea can be caused to flare by many different foods, including dairy, sugar, caffeine, alcohol, spicy food. So I'm not going to focus so much on each of those individual, but just that if you do notice that your rosacea is flaring from dairy, or you notice a correlation, you know, may be worthwhile to cutting dairy and whey protein out of your diet. So the third food group that you may want to avoid or look into if you're having skin problems is gluten. So what is gluten? Gluten is a type of protein that is found most commonly in wheat, barley, rye, and sometimes as a contaminant in oats. I'm actually gluten-free. I have been for more than 20 years. I have celiac. I've never had any skin problems related to gluten, but there's actually a skin condition called dermatitis herpetiformis, which is directly related to gluten sensitivity. Dermatitis herpetiformis typically looks like eczema, psoriasis, with usually some little blisters as well. It's predominantly on the scalp, on the elbows, the knees, buttocks, backs, and then sometimes the face and groin can also be involved. Diagnosis is made clinically as well as skin biopsy, which has a very specific type of stain, a direct immunohistochemistry that can identify a certain pattern specific to dermatitis herpetiformis. Treatment for it is a gluten-free diet. Now, what about other more common skin conditions related to gluten? I would say more research definitely in the works on this. However, systematic review has shown that while not specific, certain conditions can improve on a gluten-free diet. And those include many inflammatory skin conditions such as psoriasis and eczema, vitiligo, rosacea, keratosis pilaris, palmoplantar pustulosis. So if you have those, that doesn't mean that gluten is causing your problems by any means, but some people have benefited from trialing a gluten-free diet. I would say give it 4 weeks if you're going to do it. There's certainly very little risk in trying it. However, as someone who's been doing it for 20 years, it's a hard diet to keep up because gluten is in everything. It makes it really hard to go out to restaurants, become the lame person ordering at restaurants. I order a salad with protein wherever I go. So I'm not promising that going gluten-free is going to cure all your skin ailments, but certainly many have noticed an improvement. So remember, everyone's skin is different. What affects you may not affect somebody else. And if you've noticed a food that I didn't mention here, listen to your body, listen to your skin, and really consider cutting that out in order to see if it improves your condition. And again, usually I say about 3 to 4 weeks to trial and observe if there's any change. Always consult a dermatologist if you have persistent skin problems. And let me know in the comments if there's anything that's worked for you, something that you want, foods that you've noticed contribute to your skin condition. I'm Dr. Abby Waldman. Be well.